When Olympic athletes compete, the whole world watches. The intense public scrutiny and expectation to perform really puts a lot of pressure on them. Sian Byluk is a cognitive scientist who studies how pressure can impact athletic performance and also how to fix it, how to work on it. She joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Such an important conversation to have, as we've seen so much happen really in this regard at these games. Of course, one of the big conversations here to start with is Simone Biles. Now, with Simone, I think this has been a really interesting conversation because I think she certainly has alluded to this being something that she was doing to prioritize her mental health, but also referenced this real syndrome that, of course, none of us mere mortals who are not gymnasts who can flip in the air are going to understand this condition called the twisties. But we just saw her within the last few hours win a bronze medal for her beam routine. What do you think that says just about the fact that she kind of took a step back when she needed to? She didn't go, even though she was at the games, and did what she needed to do in order to make that performance what it was. What does that say to you about prioritizing her mental and physical health?
Yeah, it was such a powerful moment, and I think really it sent an important signal, not just to other athletes, but to people across the world, that even the greatest of all times have to sometimes put their mental health at the forefront and take a step back. And gosh, what a hard thing to have to do.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So, and that right there, I think, is one of the big things. What a hard thing to have to do, keeping in mind that, you know, no one wants to win an Olympic medal as much as Simone Biles wants to win an Olympic medal. We all want to see her, but of course she wanted to as well. What do you think it is, not with the Simone case, but just in general for athletes? You know, of course, sometimes people are going to make mistakes, but with that kind of high pressure situation that can make people kind of walk us through what happens sometimes to these athletes when they're under this high pressure that kind of can make them freeze up.
Yeah, I mean, when all eyes are on you, you want to perform at your best. And certainly these athletes all want to win gold. But what my research and others have shown is that oftentimes that pressure causes you to actually try and control what you're doing in a way that's disruptive. It's sort of if I asked you to, as you're shuffling down the stairs, what you would do with your knee, you might stop and fall on your face. You don't think about it. And what we've seen with many athletes in pressure situations is they start thinking too much about the details of what they're doing, what others will think about them, what it means, and it actually disrupts their performance.
Right, absolutely. And now let's also talk about the role that media and social media can play, especially when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to kind of getting under people's skin. I mean, we even saw Suni Lee, who, of course, won gold in the all-around. Then she won a bronze medal. And after that, she said, I'm probably going to delete Twitter because she felt that it wasn't able to focus her enough, that she was seeing a lot of negativity there. What's the impact of these press conferences like we've seen Naomi Osaka take a stand against, of people talking on Twitter, which can kind of have this tendency to dwell on people's shortcomings, as again, us mere mortals are perceiving them, even though they're, of course, performing at this incredible level?
Well, one thing I want to say is we are mere mortals, but a lot of what's happening to these athletes happens to us just in smaller terms, right? If you have a public embarrassment and it's all over social media, or, people are asking you about a mistake, it's not fun to have to relive that in any situation. And so I think we can learn a lot from these athletes, and actually some of what they're doing to control the situation, to say, hey, I don't want to talk right now. Hey, I'm deleting Twitter. It's not helping my mental health. Really trying to take control of that situation. We can do that as people who are not on the Olympic stage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Such an important conversation. Mental health, always something that we can be talking about more. Sian, thank you so much for joining us, especially in the context of the Olympics.
Oh, happy to be here.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.